Hi guys, welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of the Tech is Hard podcast.
Today we're talking about whether or not it's a good idea to start a podcast in 2021.
Also, what I learned about turning my notifications off for a week.
We're going to talk about tech products that are coming out this year.
And much, much more. So let's start the podcast. Right, the Tech is Hard podcast, Episode 1, Season 1. We are just two YouTubers, pretty much, that wanted to start a podcast all about tech. Our channels are about tech and other things. We do stray off into other conversations, but follow us on Instagram at Tech is Hard Podcast. Also, if you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen to your podcasts. And if you're listening to us and watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, press a bell. We upload weekly. That's the intro done.
That was really good. That was good.
Thanks.
I'm jealous. That was perfect.
You can do it next week.
I will do it next week. I'm not going to be as good, but it feels good to be back doing a podcast. Man, I have missed you, Xander. How was the last
it's been 2 weeks. It feels a lot longer than that, dude.
It does. I feel like life every week now for life is like at least 3 or 4 because it's just weird. But
it just drags out. This crazy world we live in.
Yeah, but it's great. I love having a podcast. I love being able to like deep dive into more tech and just conversation. We have a secret love affair for YouTube. We call it our video games. Like YouTube is our video games.
That's the game we play on a weekly basis.
It's the game we play. You said that perfect. It's very fun. And I mean, I do wonder, is 2021 too late to jump into the podcast game?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you going to make it? Are you going to not make it? Are you going to get swallowed up in the sea of 850,000 podcasts that are out there?
Millions of people out there. But I mean, we've talked about it. But I mean, for me, looking back on what we've done on YouTube, for instance, we're still relatively small on YouTube. But it's the success and the experience that you've gained over the last 3 years. Why not translate that into a podcast as well? Because, there's money to be made and there's people listen. Obviously, millions of people listen to podcasts.
Oh, dude, the podcasts are growing big time. So, like, if you're thinking about starting a podcast in 2021, I would say, it's not too late because it's a growing genre. Although I did hear there's a new thing called, it's like quick pods. It's like something where it's like a podcast that's quick. Does that make sense?
Right. So like 30 seconds or minutes.
Maybe not as I know it's called a microcast. That's what it's called.
Microcast. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's quality content, but maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. But I feel like that's I feel like that's a little bit. If we cut ours into 10-minute segments and we did like dailies, that could happen.
Yeah, I mean, we plan to do sort of clips from episodes. That's sort of the same thing.
That would be the same thing, yeah.
Sort of the same thing. But I feel like that's something that's interesting. I hadn't heard that before. But I know YouTube have started doing YouTube Shorts as well, like vertical video. They're trying to... I don't
TikTok?
know.
They're trying to TikTok it, isn't it?
TikTok-ish, but sort of just long, sort of 60-second videos.
They don't do well for me. I did a couple and they just didn't do anything. And I was just like, okay, why am I wasting my time here? So I don't know. It's weird when you browse through it. It's not people that I'm subscribed to. It's like people that YouTube pushes out for a short.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing there. They're trying to TikTok it up, but the part of podcasts that I wonder about, there's a lot of questions to be asked whether it's a good idea to start a podcast or not. Like, why do you do it? Like, what's the point of doing a podcast?
I mean, for us, it's just a good thing to get together with somebody that you have a common interest with, to talk about the same sort of things, because it particularly and personally for myself, it inspires creativity. It inspires ideas. When we get together, we talk about different things and tech, and it gives me video ideas, to be quite honest with you, when we're talking quite a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I think it's good for your mental health as well in this day and age that we live in. It's a very, very strange world for everybody. Every single person in the world at the moment has been affected by this pandemic or whatever is going on. And it's just good to talk, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's good to listen.
I agree. It's mental health. It's great to just have that chat, whether or not people are listening to it or not. I mean, that does kind of
Yeah.
suck if you make a podcast and nobody listens to it.
Yeah.
But there probably is one or two people out there that will listen and maybe get something from it. I think that it's also like good to, if we have separate channels where we do a lot of tech videos, and we don't want to blab on about things too much on there. So it's nice to have that secondary channel where you can kind of have more conversation about things and people can get to know you a little bit more. So that's always good. And
Yeah.
find that niche too.
Yeah, because I feel like on YouTube it's hard to sort of portray yourself as a person. I think it's easier to sort of get a gauge of what somebody's like if you're just listening to them for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, why would you start a podcast? I think that's the reason for me. It's personally, it's good for me. It's good to talk. It's good to have a chat and to get together with you, Danny, and talk about these things. Yeah.
It's very inspiring. It is very inspiring.
Yeah.
And I do miss that. Like when I'm doing videos on my own channel, I noticed that after 2 weeks, I'm like, I don't feel like making a video. But when we were doing, the pre-pods, it was like I'm ready to do a video all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, what advice would you have for somebody that wants to start a podcast?
I basically just do it. It's like anything in life, I think. When it comes to people, I've got friends that have said, whoa, I wish I could make some YouTube videos. I'm like, well, you've got to just start at one point. I mean, if you don't start, you're not going to get better. You're not going to learn what you've got to do.
Yes.
I think that is the hardest thing, like anything, like exercise, like a new job, like just, I don't know, anything is just starting.
Yeah, and I would say practice too. Just practice, if you want to make a really successful podcast, you just practice, work out what your niche is, and work on your quality audio because audio is very important in
Audio is
podcast.
extremely important, yeah.
But and then even kind of learning how to move conversations from one point to the next, I think that's very important, and it's a good life skill to have too. But how would you grow a podcast in 2021?
Well, that's a very good question. We're still trying to figure that out, I feel like.
That's the elephant in the room, all right? You don't need to bring that up.
I think that doing episodes is an important thing. Being consistent on a regular basis is very important with any kind of creative space. Social media plays a big part. I think it's something I personally have got to be better at, especially on not just on the podcast, in general with my
your own
side
channel.
business that we've got going on, just to be better at social media. But it's time consuming as well, though. It's very time consuming. So
yeah, I also think that shameless promotion at the beginning is important. It sucks. It sucks to go on to different Facebook groups and be like, hey, check out this podcast or whatever. But I think that that's important. Reddit. I also think that cutting clips together, like taking clips out of your podcast and posting it as a standalone clip with a good thumbnail and title that attracts people to it, and share it on Facebook with not the link, but like a shared clip that's just the video. That's very important. Clickbait it, but see, clickbait's a weird term because clickbait means you click on something and you're not getting what you see. Just sensationalize get people to bait people in, but give them what they're clicking on as well. That's clickbait to me.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to tech, I showed you something last week, I think, about one of the biggest tech podcasts out there. They do that. They're on YouTube. They just do clips, for instance, about Apple's next MacBook when it isn't Apple's next MacBook, but their thumbnail and their title insinuates that that's what it is.
Totally.
But they're talking about it, and they're sort of talking about what it could be like, but the thumbnail looks like it is that next MacBook.
There.
So so even the big boys do that, and it's just you've got to get people's attention from somewhere, and that is a good way of doing it, I suppose.
I think another way to get more people to come to your podcast is you have to have guests on your show that will probably share that as well. So we get in this, this season, we'll talk more about this the rest of the season, but we'll have more guests on and hopefully they will share it out to people and say, hey, I'm on the show. And then you get new people coming in. I think that's really important. So yeah. What about gear? Gear is important too.
Gear's important. Like you mentioned before, audio's, if you're going to invest in one thing, invest in a good microphone and your audio setup, because it's just got to sound good. I mean, it's easy for us to say. It's a podcast and it's audio, and that's what you got to think primarily what you're doing if you're starting a podcast in 2021.
What's a decent mic? What's a decent? Let's start cheap. What's a decent cheap mic? By the way, I'm not interviewing you. We're just chatting.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like I'm asking you all these questions.
I mean, you've got the microphone you've got is quite expensive.
This is like the top level.
It's like
podcast
broadcast
mic. But
quality.
it's not that. I mean, it's expensive, but not that expensive. Like
it's expensive, dude. That's an expensive microphone.
You're right. It is. It's SM7B. Strive to get here, but I love this mic. I'd
say if you are looking to buy a microphone, I'd just Google best microphone for podcasts, and then you'll get a load of recommendations. That's what I did, and I just picked up the one that was in my budget.
What do you think? USB mic for a podcast?
I don't think so for a podcast. I think you've got to go XLR. with a USB interface. So, I mean, if people don't know what that is, it's basically a microphone that needs phantom power from another device before it goes to your computer. So you need a USB interface, it's got better preamps and things like that to help with the audio.
PreSonus has some really good ones. Yes, I agree with you. I think that does help. There are some really good USB mics out there, though. I mean, like, actually no. I'm gonna just go against you for a second. I think that I actually prefer XLR microphones, but I think that USB mics for podcasting are better. Like for just podcasting, like if you're just doing a podcast, I think that's better because it's super easy. Plug it in, and the Yeti ones are not bad. The one you had was like what was it? The Snowball?
The Yeti Snowball. That, I agree with you in the fact that you could start a podcast with a USB.
Yes, yeah.
But if you're growing a podcast and you want to be a big podcaster, then a USB microphone isn't going to cut it going forward. Definitely.
But XLR is the way to go after that. But I mean, headphones 100%. As well. I think headphones you definitely need. You want to hear yourself talk. You want to know how loud you're being. Editing. I mean, you could edit it in like the free programs that are probably on your computer right now.
You can edit on iPad. You can even edit on your phone these days.
That's true.
Anchor, what I use for our podcast is Anchor, and they basically, you upload, you can actually edit on the Anchor website, the actual podcast, before you upload it. Yep. They've got like an editing platform for you to add different jingles into it and stuff, so you can do it that way.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Anchor's an awesome site. And
that's a future video for you, Xander, right there.
Definitely, yeah.
That's
Once you've uploaded it, then that Anchor actually distribute it to all the different platforms for you as well. So if you're going to start a podcast, Anchor for me is the way to go, 100%.
That's good. And if you want to do video as well, that's a whole nother avenue to go down.
That's a whole nother episode, dude.
That's a whole nother episode. So make sure you click subscribe and stay tuned.
Press subscribe. And on that note, let's take a break. And after the break, we're going to talk about our New Year's resolutions.
Commercial break.
All right, so I want to tell you about a cool accessory company called Alanzi, a small brand focusing on phonography. And they have a lot of amazing products on their website, ulanzi.com. That's ULANZI.com. If you have a look around on their site, you'll see that they specialize in cases, lights, mics, basically anything that can enhance your vlogging or video making experience. And they are a fan of our channel, so if you want to support us, make sure you click the link in the description and go buy some cool products from Alanzi. I personally highly recommend them, and I use a lot of their products on a daily basis. Check out the link in the description. You won't regret it. All right.
Oh, fantastic advert, Danny. Well done. Alanzi. I use some Alanzi products. Really like Alanzi.
Wait. Is it Alanzi or Alanzi?
I say Ulanzi.
No, you just said Alanzi.
Did I?
Maybe. I don't know. Listen, Alanzi, they're awesome.
Alanzi. I like them.
I'm liking them more and more because they have been amazing to me. Like I've been making videos for them, not for them, but they've been sending me stuff. I've been making the videos
Not sponsored.
and I don't send them the links. They watch my videos and they write to me going, "Oh, that was awesome." So
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
it's not sponsored, but if you do click on that link, if you want to buy some Alanzi products, Alanzi,
Of course, yeah. The
Sander
link
would say,
will be in the description. Yeah.
that helps out this channel because we need money for this channel. We want to advertise.
Send us money, dude.
Just
send
send
us.
us money. Yeah,
I love, I mean, I've got some Alanzi stuff. I can't reach it, but it's over there. I've got the same light, the VL30, the small one with the soft top. That's really
Dude,
nice
it is
little
a
light. Yeah.
good light.
Yeah.
I do need.
Good
I
for
think I
vlogging.
need laser eye surgery because it sucks having glasses doing videos. Like you don't realize
Oh, it
when you're trying to
reflects.
get. Like you can see it even on the
Yeah.
podcast. You can see the lights that I have.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Well, no. But yeah, fantastic. Like I said, like Danny said, the link is in the description down below. I'm not sure if you can do it. Can we do it on Spotify and Apple and all those things? I'm not sure if the link's down there. But on YouTube, it definitely is in the description.
That's right. Yeah. And it's 2021, so it's a whole new year. We're doing a lot of different things now. I saw a funny meme that was like 2020 turned 21 and now they can start drinking. So this year is going to get interesting.
But
So-
I wanted to talk about in the this next segment about what I learned about turning my notifications off on my phone.
Yeah.
I did it before Christmas, and because I found basically I was spending way too much time watching content on YouTube and listening to podcasts on Spotify and Apple and all those kind of things.
Oh, by the way, don't stop listening to us.
Yeah, don't stop listening. But I spent too much time listening and not and watching and not doing. So I just decided to
Okay.
turn off notifications, almost like notifications off YouTube Studio as well, where you get loads of comments, and that took up a lot of time as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I just found that I was not checking my phone. I don't know. You've got experience with this, Danny. You did it. For
I
a whole month.
have very good experience with this. In July of last year, this is January right now. July, I decided to go off social media altogether for a month. So I took all the social media apps on my phone and put them in a folder and hid them. I didn't want to delete them because then you got to re-download them. So I hid them away and then I turned off all notifications and then I never turned them back on. I honestly, I don't care.
You still haven't got them on now?
No, I have no idea for messages, like for Messenger and stuff like that, yes.
Yeah.
But for like if somebody tags me in a post or someone does this or something happens on Instagram, I have to go to the apps to find out. And I love that. And you'll love that too. You'll find out, you already do love it. It is a time saver because it's nice to go on. When you go on, you'll sit on there for a while, but you're not prompted to jump on there.
Yeah.
You're not like, it's not like some notification goes on. You go on there to just check that one thing, and then you're on there for like an hour.
That's the problem I was having, especially like social media is the same thing, but it was mainly YouTube for me. I'd get a notification for a video, and then you just get lost in YouTube for a good half an hour. I was watching different videos, the notifications and the recommendations that pop up after the video. And,
okay. See, I get used to like schedule. Like I wake up in the morning and I go, okay, what YouTube videos do I want to watch while I'm making breakfast and having coffee?
Yeah.
And so I just watch those videos and then I'm done for the day. And then the next day I do the same thing. I don't watch it as it comes out. But feel free to, turn your notifications on for Tech is Hard and my channel and Xander's channel and watch our videos. Make sure you hit the thumbs ups and all that stuff. Yeah.
I do that. I get up in the morning and when I try and not check my phone until I get to work. So I get to work, I make myself like a cup of coffee. I sit down for 10 minutes before I start and then watch and catch up on notifications and what's happened overnight and stuff. And but then, throughout the day after that is just notification heaven.
Yeah, that's right. I think that is a problem. Let me ask you something. Do you have any other 2021 resolutions?
I do.
You do?
But I'm not sure if... don't laugh, but I'm doing... Okay? I'm doing yoga. So I said don't laugh, Danny, so he laughs at me.
Laughed. And I got out of the way so that when you told me I wouldn't laugh. All right.
I'm trying to do yoga every single day this year.
Why?
Because I've suffered with a few back problems.
Okay.
And I just want to get a bit more flexible. I don't know if you can If you test this at home, if you're listening to the podcast, do this. See if you can turn your spine from your hips and see if you can turn around like that and how far you can get. Danny's just spun around on his seat.
How far should you get?
I can probably get to about a quarter of the way around, so my chest is facing.
So 12
that
to
way.
3, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to be able to. I get back.
No, you cannot get to the. You can't turn your spine completely to 6.
Have you got Apple Fitness Plus? You watch Dustin on there, and he is flexible for a dude. Honestly, that's what I want to get. I want to
Xander,
be able to move.
What happened to you in the last couple of weeks?
Dude, I'm pushing 40 now. I'm pushing 40. I need to. Look after
40?
You need to look after your body.
You're not 40.
Next year, I'm next year. Next year, I'm 40 next year.
Okay.
So you need to look after your body, and I want to be able to still move when I'm 70.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm hula hooping at least 4 days a week.
Awesome.
You should join my hula hoop thing, man. We get flexible.
I've got a hula hoop. Lisa does it on the regular, so I should do that.
You should do it with me. I will say that it sounds really weird to hula hoop for a workout, but it is way better of a workout than like just going to the gym.
Is. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But my New Year's resolution is I want a 6-pack by the end of the year.
Okay.
You got that?
I'd love a 6-pack.
I've never
as well.
had a 6-pack in my life. I mean, that's
Me.
I'm not.
Maybe when I was 14 or something, but not anymore.
Not even when I was 14. There's times when I've been really close, like I've slimmed down enough to where if I really pushed that little extra bit, I could have gotten that. And then, then things happen. People want to hang out with you and drink and eat everything in the world. And
life happens, dude.
Life happens, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just said that out loud. I don't know about 6-pack. Like that's now that I'm saying, I'm like, oh, that's tough. I just want to. I want some things there.
I think the important thing to do is to have a target and something to aim for, and something that you've got to work towards is important no matter what it is.
That's true. That's really valuable advice.
Insightful.
Anything else for 2021 for you?
No, I mean, yeah, for me, as far as when it comes to, I'm not really worried about my weight. We've all put weight on over Christmas and stuff like that. I don't really worry about it. You just got to concentrate on your fitness is important.
I have a birthday, and then a week after that, Christmas, and a week after that, New Year's. This is never a good time for weight loss in my life. It's never been that way.
I feel like fitness is more important than actual weight loss.
I think one of my resolutions is I want your wife and my wife to do a podcast on our podcast channel, like at least one.
Yeah. Okay.
So they've never met or seen each other probably, and it'd be interesting to see how they like just hey, sit here and just talk and just see what
talk
they say.
about stuff. See how easy it is, and then you take the mickey out of us for doing it. Yeah. But other resolutions, I want to create content on my YouTube channel every 3 days at least. And
3 days, okay.
I'm giving myself a realistic target of I want to double my subscriber base this year at least. That's my realistic
dude, you're at 26? Dude, you'll be way over double this year. I think you'll be at double in like 2 or 3 months.
I hope you're right, dude.
I think I'm right. What do you think I'm going to be at the end of this year?
I think you're easily going to hit 20 at least. You're going to double it, 100%. Yeah.
20 would be great.
But what about you? Any other resolutions apart from
get a 6-pack? I'm mad at myself for saying 6-pack at this point because I just put this huge expectation.
You can't take it back.
I have to do it now. As far as YouTube goes, I definitely want to keep that subscriber base going. YouTube's easy when you figure out what people want and you just make the videos for them. I think we can keep doing that. If you're watching this and you are a YouTuber that's growing, just remember what's working for you. Like you'll see what's working. You'll see which videos pop. Keep doing that. Don't think, I got to keep making things different. No.
If I mean, it's a good bit of.
That's advice. That's not a resolution.
It is advice because I mean, Danny's told me that this morning as well because I struggle with when your video has 30 views, you think, what am I doing it for? Why am I wasting my time? But you've got to be consistent, and then it could be the next the video after gets 50,000.
You never know.
So
exactly. And a year from now, that video that has 30 views that you're like, oh, that video did nothing. That
Yeah.
video could be your highest watched video because you just put it out there. Okay, back to, this is like just praising each other here. Xander, you told me at one point when I was like, should I wait to post this video? And you're like, well, you're not going to get any views if you wait to post it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, a video won't get, yeah. Anyways, New Year's resolutions. There we go.
That's it.
I think that's a 6-pack for me. Xander wants to be able to touch his own toes.
Do the splits. Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
Let's have a break. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a break. That's a good time for a break.
Commercial break.
Unless you're one of those really brave people that doesn't use a case on their phone, most of us wear some kind of case on our mobile device. Myself in 2021, I'm trying to be more environmentally conscious, and this is the perfect case for that. This is the Organic Ore from Incipio, and it is fully compostable, so you can both protect your phone and the planet. They do loads and loads of different cases. Go and check them out on their website. There will be a link to these 2 cases in the description down below, and that's an affiliate link, and it helps this podcast grow if you do purchase through that link. So thanks again. Let's get back to the podcast. Okay, so that is the phone case. What do you reckon is that phone case then, dude? It's compostable.
So,
do you know what that means?
What? Say that again. It's a what?
It's basically biodegradable.
Compostable. Sorry.
Compostable.
I was like, I think you made up a word.
Basically, if you throw it away, it's going to rot down. It's biodegradable. So it's a really good idea. That is, I like that case. And Incipio are a good supporter of my main channel. So, like I said, in the description down below will be an affiliate link if you want to check that out. If you're watching on YouTube, and we want you to follow us on Instagram as well at @TechIsHardPodcast.
Yes, because we post pictures about what we're talking about. For the episode. So if you're like, if you're listening to it and you're like, what, I want to know what they're talking about. If it's a video or if it's a picture, if you go to the Instagram, we will have that for you there. Guaranteed. Guaranteed? Satisfaction guaranteed? Yeah.
100%. So this year, 2021, proves to be an interesting year in tech. There's some new tech products coming out this year. Have you heard of anything that you're interested in, Danny? You're looking forward to this year?
Let me just bring up something really weird you probably haven't heard of, but extended reality, XR. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. Virtual reality meets augmented reality.
Okay.
I feel like this is going to be a thing that comes out this year. So, virtual VR, where you put the headset on and you're kind of looking around. You're in this environment, virtual environment, and augmented reality where you can put something in and the camera keeps it there. I think that they're going to meet together.
How?
This is not my job to tell you how. I just think that it's going to
case uses. How are we going to use that? How would it, do you know?
Let's say if you want to do virtual reality with Mario Kart, and you're actually on a
I've got you. Okay.
You're on like a little go-kart and you're going around a track and maybe everything looks right, but everything also like it's exactly how the track is, but you're also getting the coins because the coins sit there. I think that's way off. We're not there yet, but something like that. That's where we can get to.
So we're moving into what's that film? Oh man, what's that film?
Yeah. There's a lot of films. What?
I can't remember the name of the film.
Who's in it?
You know, when he puts the headset on and he's running on the treadmill.
Ready Player One. Ready Player One. Yeah.
So we get into that sort of realm. I couldn't think of it.
Yes, that's right. That's right. What about you? What do you think is going to come out this year?
Oh well, I'm coming back to reality a little bit. I really want the GoPro 10 this year because I missed out on the 9. So I'm looking forward to. You did miss out on the 9.
You didn't miss out. You could still get the 9.
I could, and I probably still will because I want to do the comparison between the two when the 10 does come out. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to the possibility of. I did post this on Instagram at @TechIsHardPodcast. The possibility of a folding iPhone this year.
Yes, you did. That's right. I did see that.
I'm really looking forward to seeing.
Do you think that would be good? Would you like a foldable phone?
I really want like a fidgety folding phone. That's what I
When
want.
you're
I
saying
want something
fidgety, what do you mean fidget? Like a fidget
Because
spinner?
the fidget spinners that were
Yeah.
really popular a couple of years
So you
ago.
want to just have a phone that you just open and close, like you're
Yeah.
clicking a pen?
Yeah, to really annoy people. Yeah.
Yes,
that's what I
that
want.
would annoy
Yeah.
me. I just got used to the phones being like this, versus I have the iPhone 6 versus the iPhone 10 and I just got used to the phone being what it is. Don't change it on me all the time. I'm getting old.
The iPhone 12 is just, I don't know what it is about it. It's not a huge jump from the iPhone 11 Pro or even the X.
You think it's going to be the 13 and they're going to have folding phones as well, or do you think they're not there yet? What do you reckon?
I'm hoping for a folding phone this year, but I don't think it's going to be this year. I'm not entirely sure whether they're going to call it the 13 because
Bad luck.
I know,
Yeah,
it's a little bit superstitious.
You
if you're
skip the
superstitious.
13.
Yeah,
skip
I'm
13.
not sure.
I agree with that.
Would it flop? But yeah, so I think
Especially this
because
year.
of that reason, I think they might go the route of not releasing an iPhone 13 to improve the 12. I think they might go for the folding phone this year, skip the year,
and just call
and
it
then
something different.
Call it something different. Go to next year for the
Z,
14,
Z, or something like that.
Yeah, so that's the Apple. Apple always. I mean, it's every September we'll get a new phone.
Yeah,
GoPro.
that sucks though, right? It sucks, but it's awesome. But you just know, like, hey, it's January. I haven't upgraded to the 12 yet. Might as well wait until October.
Exactly.
I can do it. I can do that. That's my plan.
My wife Lisa has just ordered the iPhone 11 iPhone 12 Pro. So we're gonna have a video on that.
It's a better
soon.
phone than you.
Yeah, she got a better phone than me.
I like that. I like that you wait for your wife. You wait for your family because your son got a iPhone as well.
Yeah,
and
he got the iPhone SE. I think he had. Yeah.
And you did a review on that
Yep.
before he was allowed to use it. That's actually really
that was the
funny. I love
rule.
that.
You couldn't open it until I'd done a review on it.
Is your wife? It's the same rule with your wife.
Definitely, yeah. I've already told her she can have
That's
it
nice.
as long as I get to review it.
That's
100%.
nice. I like that. That's actually a really good idea. I did think about that with reviews. Like, couldn't you just buy stuff on go to your local store, buy stuff that's new, and then just take it back after you did your review?
We've talked about this on the pre-pod at some point.
Yeah.
You can actually do it with Amazon. Amazon have a no quibble in the UK at least. Have a no quibble return policy. So it's not. I don't know the ethics behind it, but you can buy stuff, review it, send it back.
I wonder if big YouTubers do that. They act like, oh, we got the new thing because we always get new things. Do you think? I mean, I'm sure that they obviously get them.
The new stuff doesn't always come out on Amazon straight away. So
That's true. Yeah,
I'm not sure. But when it comes to, I'm thinking about. I'll let you into a little secret. I'm going to do some Android videos this year, Android phone videos.
Yeah.
And try and get into that space this year.
I thought went Android and you hated it and you went back.
I'm not going to use them for a long period of time. I'm still an Apple boy for my daily driver. Apple is my daily driver.
I got you.
But I'm going to do some videos on Android, and I'm going to actually do that. I'm going to order one, send it back. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. Yes. What do you think of the AirTags that are rumored to come out? I don't get them. Just so you know, I'm like. Okay.
Well,
what?
Have you got any Tiles? I think Apple acquired Tile, didn't they?
I think I don't have any Tile. Like I remember where I put stuff. Is that weird? Like, do people have that big of a problem where they don't know where their stuff is? Like,
it's good to have one on your keys, for instance. If you lose your keys, that does come in handy every now and again. So you can't find your keys.
Rarely, that happens. Like, never. Like maybe. I don't even know a statistic for that because it's never.
I've got one in my wallet. It's a extra smart tracker in my wallet. So if I do lose my wallet,
that for free, didn't you?
I can track. Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I use it every day, so it's a good product. I recommend it.
That's awesome. All right, cool. What's the affiliate for that? Because I'll click on that. I want to buy one.
I'll click it. I'll link it down below.
All right. I don't actually lose my wallet either. I rarely even take my wallet anywhere because I got the iPhone with the credit card on there. So
yeah,
it's like,
true. I never use it.
It does everything for me. The GoPro 10 is going to come out.
Yep.
Most likely. Probably, I think the GoPro Max 2 will probably come out as well.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're not really bringing up too much competition. Like with Insta360 and DJI, they're not really, they're not upping their game enough to make it where they need to come out with anything revolutionary.
But of course, we've got CES is happening this week, the
That's
big
right,
tech conference. So if you want to tune in next week, we'll be talking about some of the products that are featured on there.
Yep.
If there is anything interesting, I'm not entirely sure.
I think there will be. There will be. It'll
There
all
will
be
be?
like OLED
WD or something like that. Yeah.
It's gonna be extended reality TV shows, whatever.
Yeah, so
no,
tune in next week for that one. Make sure you subscribe because we'll be talking about the products that are on CES this week.
That's right. Yeah, cool. And what we got some tips. Tech tip of the week.
Tips of the week.
Tip of the week.
Thank you. Yeah. So my tech tip of the week is: did you know that if you take a picture with what is it called? Live.
Yep.
What, it's just called
Live view. Yeah.
Live view. You take a picture of live view, and then you go to the picture that you just took, and you scroll up, like you lift it up.
Yep.
You have a couple different options. You can loop that. It's like a video. It's like a boomerang. So you can either do a loop, or you can do a boomerang or a long exposure. So like, let's just say you have somebody standing in front of traffic, and you say stand like super still.
Yeah.
Take a live photo of them, and then you go down and you can actually set it on
long
exposure, and it will. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I think that's a iOS 14 thing that came out. Nobody knew about this. It's very hidden.
Right. Okay. That's really
the
interesting.
boomerang thing's pretty cool. The loop thing I don't use very much, but I'm sure that there's ways you can make that interesting. But the boomerang is really cool.
That's awesome. I didn't know that tip at all.
Don't you want to just make a video standalone of that, right?
Shall I beat you to making that video? Have you made it yet?
No, I will. No, I might post this as a clip on my channel.
Okay, that's a really. I didn't know that. Obviously, they do those sneaky updates in Apple every now and again, and they put stuff in, and you're like, oh, okay, you've updated that. I didn't know that. That's a new cool feature.
Do you remember the one where it blew everybody's minds when it was like hold the space bar down and you can like go to the spot of the text where you want to type? You know?
No.
Shut up. Are you joking?
Seriously?
Are you joking with me right now?
No.
You're kidding me.
So
if you're like seriously, I know that we're making this video.
No, I'm not kidding. I don't know that.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna blow your mind.
What? Is this tech tip number 2?
Oh my god. Just go into like notes, okay?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And like, I just want you to hold down the space bar and you can go anywhere you want to on that.
Oh my god.
So instead of like trying to fine tune it with your finger, you just hold this. You did not know that. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that is amazing. You can go up and down as well.
Are you like?
I've been absolutely deadly serious. I did not know that.
Oh my god. That has been out for like at least 2 or 3 years, man. That has revolutionized the way I type on my phone.
That would revolutionize the way I type as well.
I cannot believe you don't know that.
Tech tips you don't know with Xander Round. Oh my god.
You didn't know
that is unbelievable, dude. Honestly, didn't know. I honestly swear to God, I did not know.
That's amazing. All right. All right, give us your revolution.
My tech tip just seems totally rubbish now compared to those 2 tech tips you've just changed my life.
Yes, it did. Wow. Okay, that makes me laugh.
I think we just end the episode now and just start episode 2 next week. Oh my!
I cannot believe you didn't know that.
Okay. Wow. My tech tip, if you're not even, well, it's just rubbish actually. This one. If you're a GoPro user, but a GoPro 7 user or 6, I think I worked on the 6 as well. If you're underwater or you're in some kind of situation where you can't tap the screen to change the settings, if you hold down the mode button and the power button together, then it brings up the menu on the front of the screen and it gives you the options to change through the settings that way.
Oh, that's a really good tip. I didn't know that. Because it stops when you're underwater. You can't touch the screen. That would work on 9 as well.
So if you're snorkeling or on the Great Barrier Reef, like you've done videos before, Danny, and you can't
Yeah.
touch the screen, then hold the mode and the power down, and then you can scroll through the settings.
That's interesting. Okay.
There
You
you
probably
go.
do that without being underwater as well. But
My totally underwhelming tech tip of the week for you.
No, that's good. Tech tip. We did it. We did it. Okay. Well. Wow.
So that was.
I can't believe.
I
you
just
didn't
honestly can't believe I didn't know that space bar. That's unbelievable. I've got to do a video on that.
Dude, it's been. Actually, you know what?
Honestly.
You should do a video. The fact that you didn't know means a lot of people don't know it.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
and You're.
I'm going
wow.
to show my wife immediately after this episode. I'm going to guarantee she doesn't know that either. 100%.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, on that note, maybe we should wrap up this week's episode of The Tech is Hard. That's astounded me.
That's great. And by the way, next week we have a guest on. That's Scott Davies, who
looking forward to that.
will blow your mind with how he works with brands. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. That's gonna be great. And we'll do
That's
some
really
random
exciting.
thoughts as well. Random thoughts.
Yep. And maybe we check the comments from this week's episode because we
probably
need to
a
do
good
that
idea.
every 2 weeks. Yeah, definitely.
We should probably do that. This has been a good
Right then.
episode, man. It's been fun.
Yep. Enjoyed it. And join us next week for another episode of the Tech is Hard podcast.
That's right.
Thanks for
I
listening,
forgot
guys.
to hit record. Oh my god.
You better not.
I'm
have.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, guys. See you next
Tech
week
is
then.
hard. Tech is hard.
Take it easy. Tech is hard.